gorge.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my God, she's here. She's here.
I will be all right. Okay.
Oh, what a
Hi.
dream.
Hi.
Welcome.
Oh my gosh. Hi.
This is maybe the best start of an episode we've ever had.
Truly.
How was your trip?
You heard, didn't you?
I heard a
Did
little
you
bit.
hear?
I'd love to hear more.
Oh my gosh.
I heard you
guys.
missed a flight because you were recording TikToks.
Yes. That very TikTok I just finished, by the way. I
And-
made it. It's about the journey.
First and foremost, I just want to thank you for your honesty.
About what?
Well, you could have just said, I missed my flight.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know?
right. Yeah, but then like what kind of story would there be?
Exactly.
So true.
Which is
Like-
why we're grateful.
Oh, you're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. I mean, my life is literally an open book. I think that's the one thing that has been the biggest change in my life is just that you are forced to be
Yeah.
exactly who you are, or there are serious, dire consequences. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, no one wants to be caught in the Lisa Barlow of it all.
Has it been scary or has it been freeing?
Oh, it's been freeing.
Freeing.
I mean, I hear that the highest vibration of a human being is being completely authentic, and I've never been happier.
Okay.
Well, shows you're glowing.
So thanks.
Well,
That's sweet.
we are huge fans of you.
Aw,
Huge.
Thank
you.
I'm always frustrated when you're not getting enough screen time.
You're very sweet.
I'm not being sweet. I'm just being
He's
honest.
being so. He's
Wow.
being for real.
And I think it's overdue for a snowflake. Is that something that chaps your ass like it chaps mine? Or are you just kind of grateful to be there? Or is it like just not like you're just like, whatever, I don't care?
The latter, mostly. The latter too. I cared for a hot minute.
Okay.
I was in New York rehearsing for my show, and I didn't know for sure. I mean, I knew they were toying with yes or no, and I saw the promo stuff come out, and I was like, "Gosh, dang it!" I mean, really, like, I was pretty bummed. I ate breakfast.
When did you find
alone
out that you were just
for half
a friend
a day?
of?
For half a day that day. That day.
Okay.
I mean, I called one of the producers ahead of time and said, I only see like 7 little sprouts growing out of the snow. Do you remember that promo?
Yeah.
And I'm like, does this mean what I think it means? And she was like, well, we're trying to decide. And then I never heard anything until I saw the promo image. And I'm like, gosh, dang it. But you know what? Half a day was ruined. And then I bounced back.
Have there
as
been
I do.
any conversations since then about the possibility of you getting a snowflake or what their expectations are? Or is that just kind of a, you don't ask, they don't tell, and someday you're going to find out if it happens? Like, how does that all work?
Probably the latter.
Okay.
I don't care enough to, I don't know. Is it something that one pursues?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how this works. I'm going to BravoCon for the first time. I just am wide-eyed and bushy-tailed and happy to be here. That's really the truth of it. I'm so grateful.
You were friends with Heather, right? That is how you ended
Yes.
up on
Mhm.
the show.
We have a mutual friend, Angie Harrington.
Okay.
And so Heather and I met a few times at parties, and yeah, I mean, she's a doll.
I was gonna say I love Angie H, by the way.
You do?
I do.
I mean, what's not to love? She's the perfect human.
Is she the ex-wife of Brett, who's now on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Demi's husband?
Yep.
That's right.
Wait, whoa, huh?
Yeah.
You didn't know
The
that?
ex-wife of
Yeah.
Brett.
There's a
Demi's
fun
husband,
crossover.
Brett, was
Oh,
married
him.
to Angie. Yes.
Brett.
Yes, was married to
Was
Angie
married
H.
to, okay.
Mhm.
How
So what
well
are
do
your
you know
thoughts
Brett?
on Brett?
I don't
Oh.
at all.
All right.
I see him at the gym
You do.
from afar.
Afar.
Does he know that you're best friends with Angie?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't think I'm even a thought in his head. Know what I mean? I don't even think he would recognize me. I don't know, but he's a handsome man. Angie has really great things to say about him. So that's nice.
Oh,
That's
that's
important.
and
yeah.
it's classy. And
Well,
he's a good dad.
Let's table Housewives for a hot minute because this is a going deeper episode. And,
I love it.
And we really want to get to know you.
Oh,
I think there's a lot of fans out there who, like fan theories, which Bravo loves, is like, who is Britani Bateman?
Yeah,
Like, are, the singing, the performer in you. Yeah, it's just like I'm very fascinated with who you are and just a little bit about you and both the highs and the lows. So yeah,
Aw, that's
if you're okay with that, I'd love to
yeah.
start from when you were born. I'm just kidding. No.
No, absolutely. I appreciate that. It's nice because I feel like the world knows a very surface level version of me right now.
Like, are you the smartest person in the world? Are you
Am I dumb as
Are you dumb as a doornail?
Right.
Like we don't know.
But
And
we're
honestly,
here to find
I am
out.
open
Are
to
you?
all
Oh my gosh.
possibilities. Not.
Okay,
I
I
mean,
love
listen,
it.
we're not here to judge your intelligence.
Is it multiple
We're-
choice
Or
or
we-
is it?
Need multiple choice and need
Everything
all
is
of the
D.
above.
No, but even right now,
No,
like
yeah.
here's a sense of humor that you obviously are showcasing. That's what I love about this show. I think,
Yeah.
and, you know, someone who knows what it's like to come from the reality TV space, I think characters often get siloed,
Yeah,
but like this is an opportunity to see
yeah.
like the whole person, the real person. And so I'm excited to have you here.
I
But
love it.
have you always been from Salt Lake City? Is that?
No, I was born in Provo and then raised in California.
Okay.
So San Diego,
okay.
then Sacramento, then I came to BYU to go to school and then just sort of stayed.
In Provo,
Mhm.
from my Mormon wives' involvement, is my
Yeah.
understanding is like the Mormon capital
It's
of
the
Utah.
Vatican, basically.
Okay, that's where the
Well,
temple.
really, like Salt Lake is,
Okay,
but Provo is the hub. Provo's the hub. I don't know. Maybe it's BYU. I'm not sure, but
and are you?
more Mormons per capita
Where are you
per
in?
square block.
Where
Wow.
are you in the? Not to sound like corny, but like, what's your relationship with your faith these days, or like how does that work? Because obviously,
Yeah.
I think so many people. I think what makes Salt Lake City housewives and obviously Mormon wives the fascination with the religion. And religion in general, I think a lot of people are very fascinated with. And I think as
Yeah.
a culture, we've always had this fascination with the Mormon religion. And I think on the show, you kind of go back and forth between like, is it pretty religious? Like, is
Yeah,
it
yeah.
not? So I'm curious, like, what is your relationship with your religion these days? And I guess where did it start, and what does all that background look like for you?
This is a really good personal question. I appreciate the question. I don't usually get asked that very often, but I've had a complicated relationship with religion. I grew up super, super LDS in the perfect family. I mean, my mom and dad were literally like perfect human beings, should be taken right up into heaven. 5 brothers and sisters, not half of your lot, but we all sang and danced together and grew up, and my mom conduct orchestras and put on plays. And I mean, we were very quintessential, the perfect kind of Osmond-esque family. And then I met someone at BYU, ironically. We were in a touring group together called the Young Ambassadors, and he was an atheist, and it completely
Interesting.
clashed with my whole existence, right? But then he gave me this book. We were in Japan living. I was working for Disney Tokyo. He gave me this book called The Demon Haunted World by Carl Sagan. Blew my ever-loving mind. Now, mind you, I'm like a science wannabe. I would love to. I don't know. It's just in my free time. I love science and I'm really passionate about it. And this book so it already resonated with me. It's kind of confirmation bias for me, but it changed my whole life. It changed my whole paradigm. I had a complete paradigm shift.
What was the book about?
Basically critical thinking skills 101 that I feel like, and I'm rereading it right now too, just because I want to read the book that changed my life, but
Yeah.
just how to look at the world critically and how to decipher between pseudoscience and real science. And
It's almost just like to ask more questions. Because I grew up very Catholic. I went
Yeah.
to church every Sunday into my 30s. There was a point in my life where I just I was comfortable asking questions that maybe earlier in my life I was less comfortable with.
yeah,
Like, why is this? Why do we believe that? Why do I believe this? A lot of being Mormon and being Catholic is
Yeah.
just to because
Right.
them's the rules.
and you
know?
compartmentalize what you don't understand. You just
Yeah.
put it on the shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did reading that book change your relationship with your parents at all?
Oh yeah.
It did.
My mom was just, I mean, she probably died that day, you know? I
Wow.
mean, that poor lady, I put her through hell. But anyway, so I remember I was 3/4 of the way through the book. I'm sitting on the carpet, ready to come out as Jasmine, a whole new world,
Yes, of course,
sing
yeah.
with Aladdin.
Yes.
And I just had this thought that hit me. Oh my gosh, I just saw the universe in a completely different way from it was almost like taking the red pill in the Matrix or something.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? The red or
Yeah.
the blue? I can't remember. But
Either way, I think
just
they call it red pill.
seeing the zeros and ones, just seeing everything for what it is. My ex removed our names from the records, killed my mom. Poor
What
thing.
does that mean for the people who don't know?
You have to resign. You have to send a resignation letter to have your name taken off the records. Now, it wasn't.
What are the records?
The records, like the church records. Like you get
Okay.
baptized, you're officially on the
You're in
records
the
of
book.
the church.
You're in the good.
Okay.
You're in the good book.
Okay.
Yeah, and as
Literally.
long as you keep your covenants, like you obey the rules and stuff, then whatever
Is it
outcome
obey the
you want.
rules or publicly celebrate the rules?
Now
Because-
you're really getting,
because I feel like
getting
a
to
lot,
the meat and bones of it.
I feel like a lot of them are religious folk.
Yeah.
And again, very familiar. And some of them it's more just how they present versus how they live behind closed doors. But you were publicly more like, take me off your list.
Well, it wasn't my idea, and it kind of broke my heart. It sent me into labor. Actually, when we got the letter back from the church saying you've officially been removed,
Did you get told on?
No. Like this was voluntary. But it wasn't. I knew it was going to kill my mom, and there was some part of me deep down. There is an arc to this story that somewhere deep down, I just felt like it was wrong to do that. It was wrong. Broke my heart. Right then I went into labor, like my water broke right when I opened the letter and read that. I know that sounds dramatic and in true Britani fashion. Of course, it happens that way. Anyway, long story short. So 2 years ago, my mom moved in with me, and my mom and dad sold their house in California, moved in with me so that I could help take my mom to Huntsman Cancer Institute, which is in Salt Lake City. I took care of her until she died. And her dying wish was literally that I get rebaptized. So I did. I got rebaptized. And honestly, it's been so beautiful. So
When was that?
It was 23.
Okay.
So a couple years ago.
Just prior to you coming on the show?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And how has that changed, I guess, your behavior? Like,
It hasn't.
Okay, it hasn't. Okay.
It hasn't
It's more of a
because
symbolic gesture?
no. I mean, it's kind of like exactly what I needed to do. I've come full circle, just like my mom predicted I would. And, my beliefs are a little bit more general now than they were like specific doctrinal beliefs. But I told my mom, listen, if I can go in there, you have a bishop that sort of makes the decisions, and then a stake president, which is like another step. They make the decision whether or not I could be rebaptized. I said, Mom, if I go in there and I'm exactly who I am and I tell them exactly how I believe and they still want me back, then I'll do it. But otherwise, I'm not going to lie to get what I want.
Sure.
It's not worth it. And I'm so sorry. So I went in, told the bishop everything, just like, I do believe in this. I don't believe in that. And he's like, welcome home. So literally it was beautiful. And it made my mom die peacefully.
So you were married
Yes.
to this atheist you met at BYU.
Yes.
Are you married? That's the one you
Mhm.
married. Okay. Wow.
Had 2 children.
What was your parents' response to you marrying an atheist? Was that an issue?
Oh, it was such an issue.
Really?
It
Is
was
he
like
still
the
an
tale of
atheist?
2 cities. It was like Romeo and Juliet. It was really horrible.
Uh,
And yes, he is. And my kids kind of landed agnostic, somewhere in the middle, like not atheism, because to me, I feel like that's dogma as well. But like
Yeah.
somewhere in between is,
how long were you guys
From
married
that-
for?
we were together for 21 years.
Wow.
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 Okay.
Can you talk
Mhm.
about why you got a divorce?
It's so public. And like in Utah, like why Jay and Brittany got a divorce, everyone knew, honestly, before I knew. So
That
if
must have
you
been hard.
can, if you can just sort of surmise what that means, like
Understood.
I'll leave it
Yeah.
at that. I'll
Okay.
leave it at that. But eventually I had to move on.
How many years ago was that?
Oh gosh, that was 2013.
And we'll get into Jared, but like, have you been essentially like a single woman since then?
No, I got remarried.
Okay, you did. Okay.
hmm
Tell us about that.
There's a big legal battle going on right now, and I can't really speak to that. But someday, I promise you, I will sit right back in here and tell all. Brittany tells all.
Okay.
It's going to start with ding, ding, ding. I have an announcement.
Yeah.
I can talk about it.
Oh, but and again, like we're not
Otherwise, but in
necessarily having you
general-
on to just like talk shit about exes, but more
No,
just
no,
about
no.
like I'm curious,
Yeah.
just like your perspective of getting divorced is traumatic, and then getting remarried. And I guess I'm just more like maybe a better question is like when you left that second marriage,
Yeah.
what was your perspective on love and dating? And I guess, how did you approach your love life from that point forward?
Oh, I had no need for love at that point. I was so over it. I was just like, I will never get married again. Never. I will never trust anyone again. But I have a fantastic father and I have incredible brothers and uncles and so on and so forth. So there's somewhere deep down inside of me that still trusts that it can happen. There are good guys out there.
I definitely think we can have bad pickers.
That's a kind way of saying it.
But yeah, I mean, we all have.
It's generous.
You know,
Yeah.
we've all had bad pickers. Some people get better at it than others. And then sometimes, love is, just like anything else, a little luck, or bad luck. But I am curious from your perspective,
Yeah.
regardless of what your exes did and regardless of how you may have been wrong from your perspective, I am curious, like, where do you feel like you needed to make improvements in your love life? And why do
Yeah.
you think, if you were being like self-critical,
Yeah.
why do you feel like your love life at times has disappointed you?
It's all me. I wouldn't blame them at all.
Okay.
Yes, of course, there's things that are out of your control, one's control. But I think if you don't take responsibility for every single thing that happens to you, you're doing yourself a disservice. So I take responsibility for all of it. And I know that sounds really vague, but to be specific, I needed a stronger backbone. I have a tendency to get in a relationship and then lose myself, like forget even who I am and what makes me happy. Like I'm the not the pleaser, but I'm definitely a team player to the point where it's unhealthy. Like I would way rather them succeed and then just hope that they reciprocate. And that's the part that's really hard.
Has that been hard for you to recognize, knowing that you have two daughters who look at you as a role model?
It's the worst. I hope so badly that they don't make the same mistakes. And we've talked about it a lot. And I
Yeah.
think that they've got a really good head on their shoulders, both of them.
Yeah. Obviously we watch, in RHOSLC of Salt Lake City, kind
Yeah.
of you talk a little bit about your relationship with your girls. What is it like today?
I'm not sure how much I can give away.
Okay.
But I cannot wait to answer that question. Just surface level, it's so much better. Like, and for me, all is right with the world now. Like, there's hardly anything that can go wrong for me now with my babies. Now that I have my babies, that's all I need. I'm done.
Do you think
So-
this show misunderstood your relationship with your daughters?
Yeah, but it's easy to do. I don't blame people. I know that people, if they only know what they know from the show, then of course they're going to think exactly what they're going to think. And I would think the same thing. I would think the exact same thing if I knew only about me what people know. It's fine. I just hope that everyone gets to see the arc,
Yeah.
You just hope for that because I don't have any control.
Right.
Are you able to give
So-
us context in terms of why there's things you can't speak on? Just because, like,
Yeah.
I think when it comes to your daughters, I think, especially even all your fans, like, it's always it's a sad or it's a bummer just to see anyone at disconnect with their parents. And obviously there could be so many variables at what's at play and things like that. But
Mhm.
again, what was at least what is presented on the show is
Yeah.
like the idea that you have prioritized your love life or
Mhm.
your relationships over your relationship with your kids. And I do think
Yeah.
that is something that, quite honestly, I think a lot of kids have felt when it comes to parents
Mhm.
who have struggled with relationships. And I see
Yeah.
both sides, right? Like, I think, with Nally and I in
Mhm.
our relationship, and we have a young daughter.
You guys are a beautiful couple.
Well,
by
thank
the
you.
way. I mean, yeah.
And knock on wood or whatever, but
Yeah.
we work really hard to keep our relationship going. And as soon as like River entered into our life,
mhm.
the idea that we would have to even when parents are like have this incredible co-parenting relationship, even that I have such empathy for, because like we are so in love with our daughter and the quality time that we have. I
Right.
have incredible empathy. So to that regard,
Mhm.
for the people who have had a tough luck in their relationship, like, how have you managed that? Because like, everyone
Poorly.
is deserving to find their person and find love. But, once kids are in play, I think there's a certain level of kids who are like, hey, I need my parent. I need you to step up. And I think it can be a very weird situation when the parent-child relationship is kind of complicated, where a kid feels like it, almost in a way like you had a shot at love.
Yeah.
And how have you managed that? From what part? Whatever you can share.
There is no worse pain than what happened to my little family. Like I wanted the privilege of what you guys have and what your parents have and what my parents had and what all my siblings, I wanted that. And I just saw that as being the best way to rear a child. It is. I'm sorry, but I just two parents of any gender, of any whatever, it just two parents where you can bounce ideas off of each other. You can tag team, you can give different kinds of discipline and different kinds of love. And it's, I mean, there's nothing better. And I wanted a partner to co-parent with me. I wanted that perfect family that I felt like I deserved. I was such a good mom. I was such a good wife. I didn't see it coming, what came. And so anyway, I felt like I needed to complete that happy family bubble. So it was more out of, interestingly, a need to have a parent to help raise my kids. And when I got married the second time, I was like, I thought that I had found it. I'm like, this is finally the family that I've always wanted. Just like two parents in it together, raising kids together, his kids, my kids. I thought that I had found it. And then things went horribly wrong. Whatever happened estranged my daughters from me. And I've never experienced more hell in my entire life. There's no pain that's greater than that. So, I mean, and not only my pain just personally, but like the pain, like you feel your daughter's pain.
Yeah.
Her pain is your pain. Her pain is you take it on. I mean, they're like a little mini extension of yourself.
Totally.
Like you're
It's
wearing
your
your heart on the
beating
outside
outside.
of your body.
Yep.
That is the best quote I've ever heard because
Yep.
I knew just intrinsically, instinctively what they were going through, and I felt powerless to stop it.
Was your second husband hurting your children in any way?
That I can't speak to. But maybe someday I can.
I'm really sorry.
Thank you. It was really bad. But there's no
I'm-
crying in Viall Files.
Oh,
There's
plenty
no
of crying.
crying in
There's
Viall
tissue- there's-
Files.
there's
tissues
tissues
by
right
your
there.
foot. Rebuilding your relationship with your daughters.
Yeah.
What has that journey looked like? Nick mentioned my mom. My parents got divorced when I was very young. She quickly got remarried, and it's a tough journey. It takes a lot of work to go through. So how have you started to rebuild that with your girls?
Can I ask how old you were when your parents got divorced?
It was 3.
You were 3.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it affected your ability to connect or your attachment style at all?
Totally. Absolutely.
Because that's something that I'm so grateful for. I mean, from what I'm learning, it looks like the formidable years are ones that you form the attachment style you're going to use for the rest of your life.
Mhm.
So I wasn't able to parent them in their teenage years, but I had already been a stay-at-home mom for the first 12 years of their life, more than a decade. Thank heavens, because since we've reconnected, I mean, there's a lot to still work through. They're both in counseling, as they should be, and it's just really helped sort of bounce back. I'm hoping that their attachment style isn't irreparably damaged.
Well, I think people are incredibly resilient,
Mhm.
and sadly, I think a lot of people have dealt with some terrible, terrible things.
Some people aren't resilient, though. Some people carry things with them their
it
whole
seems
life.
like you are, and it seems like that's something that you instilled in your girls.
I hope so. I hope that's true.
I do think there's a difference between having to carry something your whole life and having, because I don't think, because it's a scar. A scar leaves a mark, but
Mhm.
it also can heal.
Yeah.
And depending on how big the scar is or how big this wound is, it certainly might take a longer time for things to heal, and it may be something that you always have to work on, right? And I think there's a difference
Yeah.
between, I think resiliency specifically is that ability to work through it, manage it, And again, it may never go away. It may
Yeah.
be something that pops up.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that in the in between, I think most people are capable, if they want to be, can be incredibly resilient. And I think, everyone has a story.
Yeah.
Everyone has a moment of pain or several stories where they've really been traumatized
Right.
in young adult life or as children and things like that. But I do think people are and can be incredibly resilient, especially if they're lucky enough to find a support system, people who love them, have a family and things like that.
See, I want your life.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Honestly, well, come to think of it, I'm literally having this epiphany right now that Olivia was younger by 4 years when everything started to go sideways. And she, by contrast, is a lot more triggered, more easily triggered. I mean, one little offense to me, one little offense to her, it's like a nuclear bomb went off. Like,
Yeah.
and then the gravitational pull, it just kind of warps space and time, and it becomes to me, again, this is my perspective, not hers, but to me, it becomes this warped sense of reality of what actually happened. And I feel like she's probably dealing with a lot more trauma and maybe has less of, a secure attachment style even. I don't know,
Maybe.
but
I
I just
mean,
thought of that just now.
honestly, just to give like advice to moms out there, like how do you, when she is triggered, like how do you help?
Oh, I haven't figured that out yet.
It's
I
tough.
mean, my instinct is to chase after her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
just not give up and like keep showing up. I mean, I'll show up at her work, I'll show up at her business, I'll show up
Yeah.
and where I'm clearly not wanted because
Yeah.
she's clearly not ready, but I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah.
Just keep trying, I guess. Oh, that's not true. Actually, a counselor did give me some really good advice. Just keep reaching out in non-invasive ways. So don't stalk your children like I'm known for.
Learning to do.
Learning to respect their boundaries. Don't become a creepy stalker. But keep reaching out in ways that they know you're thinking about them without being invasive.
Yeah.
And that has worked.
Yeah.
So
That makes
That's
sense.
good. Well, every fall, I love pulling out soft blankets, swapping summer vibes for warmer tones, and lighting candles. Those little touches make our home feel instantly cozy. Just like these small traditions, updating your makeup for the season feels great too. Thrive Cosmetics makes it easy. From a quick everyday routine to full fall glam, they're 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and made with clean, skin-loving ingredients that work with your skin, not against it. Every time you use your favorite Thrive Cosmetics product, you're doing more than enhancing your glow, you're helping others shine too. With over 150 million in product and cash donations to 600 plus giving partners, your purchase directly fuels real impact, and that's beauty with purpose. My favorite product from Thrive Cosmetics and the viral Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara is a vegan tubing mascara with over 40,000 5-star reviews. It's easy removal, it slides right off with warm water without yanking your natural lashes, and it makes your lashes look extra long by wrapping around each lash from root to tip. To complete your fall look, go to thrivecosmetics.com/VIALL for an exclusive offer for 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/VIALL.
How did you meet Jared?
well, we met. I was working at the desk. My mom had just passed away a couple months. I was not interested in dating whatsoever. So over it. I get this phone call out of the blue. Ring, ring. And I'm like, oh, hey. And he's like, hi, this is Jared Osmond. Is this Britani Bateman? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, how are you doing? I thought it was actually his cousin who I've sung with before. So I'm like, oh, how you doing? Oh my gosh, it's been a long time. And he's like, I'm not doing well, actually. I was like, like, wait, what? No one answers like that. No one says that. So he proceeds to tell me that his, at the time, fiance is having an affair with my husband. Oh, which, I had already filed divorce papers. It wasn't like the end of the world for me. For my number two, yes.
That's how you met him?
That's how we met. He called me up out of the blue, cold called me to tell me that.
Do people know? I feel
I don't know.
I don't know this.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's literally how we met. I'd never seen him before in my life. Yeah, I just got this call out of the blue. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget the paralyzing feeling of like, huh? Who is this? I'm not, you know what I mean? And then
And he was just like, my wife is sleeping with your husband.
fiance, but
Fiancé.
yes.
And what was your response? Were you like, yeah, I know? Or were you like,
I was
Did you know?
Honestly, I don't
Oh, no,
care.
I had no idea. I wasn't tracking. At this point, I had a protective order and I wasn't even trying to think
Yeah.
about a certain someone that shall not be named. But I felt bad for him because he was clearly distraught. And for me, yeah, of course, you don't stop loving someone instantly. So yeah, it hurt a little bit, but not like it did Jared. So that's how I met the Jared of it all.
Wow.
And then we proceeded to talk on the phone for the following 3 weeks straight, like hours and hours.
so you kind of connected over that.
Over the phone,
common.
didn't see each other, never even looked up a picture of him.
But
Really?
did you know he was from, I mean, clearly from the Osmond family with his last name?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Is
you knew?
everyone with the last name Osmond related to that family?
I'm sure.
Or are there, okay, there's not like, it's
I
not like a
haven't-
Smith.
I haven't met one.
Okay.
I don't think it's like a come
Okay.
across the plains type of name. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I don't know what their family origin is, but
So when did the first date happen? Who asked who?
So we ended up at we have some good mutual friends, and we started this thing called movie night church or church at the movie, or what do you call it? Church movie night, movie church.
Okay.
Okay.
We started this thing called movie church. So every Sunday night we go see the latest flick, and we met, like our friends kind of set us up. So they told Jared I was coming, and they didn't tell me Jared was coming. So like Kristen, well, my friend, brings me outside to the crosswalk, and there he is crossing. That was the first time I'd ever seen him. And I was like, hot damn.
Hard eyes.
All right. Yeah, for real. So then they set us up with a little love seat in the movie theater, like put the armrest up. And
What was the movie?
We had
Are these like, were
snacks.
they only playing religious
I don't-
movies? Was it like the 10 Commandments? And
no, that's the irony of movie church. It's usually just like,
Pulp Fiction.
yeah,
Okay. 50
exactly.
Shades of Grey.
It's Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
So, yeah. So that's how we met. And then there were fireworks, didn't do anything. We're just sitting next to each other in the movie. Then he asked me out on a date, and that was my first date after being divorced.
Okay.
Where were you when he went on his social media and kind of said, you know, you wouldn't be who you are without him? You're a housewife because of him. And
Right.
Where were
I
you?
forgot about that.
Emotionally speaking or physically?
Both.
You'd think I would remember exactly when and where. I don't. I just remember pacing the floors of my house, screaming into the phone, I cannot believe you said that and did this. I cannot believe you did that. I was so mad.
I guess what pushed him to take it to social media?
I think that I broke up with him again.
That'll do it.
Did you? So yeah, I'm curious, just
Yeah.
rewinding a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like my perception on the fans is like, this is your classic situationship, kind of on again, off again. And when I say on again, I'm not even sure if you guys are ever really like on, where there's like,
We were 3 times.
you were 3 times. So
Mhm.
you were officially, so when did you
We were
first,
engaged 3 times.
you were engaged?
Engaged 3 times.
Yes.
Okay. When did you first just become boyfriend and girlfriend?
I mean, we've become boyfriend and girlfriend several times. It just doesn't stick.
Okay.
Sort of just falls off into. In fact, I read about this, the avoidant attachment. This morning I was reading about it. So I think that, I'm no doctor, but I think that he's got avoidant attachment from childhood wounds, and that really affects his relationship style. So it's not, if you know, everyone's a product of their environment and genetics, right?
Was that his
So-
fiance who
Mhm.
cheated on him? Had he been married before?
Yes.
He has been.
Married, 4 kids, 4 beautiful children.
And, you know, obviously he's a great looking guy. He comes from a famous family. He seems like a local celebrity. I wouldn't be surprised, you know, as we all do, have an ego and like some pride. So I think obviously,
Yeah.
I'm sure that relationship falling apart affected him. And then obviously you guys met right then and there.
Right.
What, if any, work has he done to heal from that experience, to kind of process the pain that his ex caused him going into this relationship with you?
That's a fantastic question. I mean, he reads Eckhart Tolle, you know, be in the present, there's no problems outside
the
of
power of now.
Yeah, The Power of Now. He's reading that right now. Got me reading it. Let Them by Mel Robbins. I think that, I mean, I do most of my learning actually from binge watching YouTube videos on therapy or just binge reading, you know, books. I soak it in a lot better. I think that's what he's doing right now. And I hope that it helps.
Are Mormons into therapy?
Yeah.
They are. Okay.
Yeah.
Has he done any type of like
He's not
therapy?
Mormon.
He's not Mormon.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Yeah,
Interesting.
he left
He left.
years ago.
Has he done any type of like therapy?
Yeah, he has.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what the hang up is. I'm at the point now where I don't think our situationship is ever going to change. And so I just want to love him right where he is and just protect my own heart. So
Why don't you think you guys have been able to make it work?
either that he isn't able to attach to another human being in the way that feels validating and supportive and loving and safe, or I'm not the one. It's either or for me. And it's 50-50 as to, and it might be a combination of both. It might be somewhere in between, but I think it's either one extreme or the other, or in the 180, somewhere in there, somewhere on the spectrum.
Did you ever confront the message that he posted and Ellie asked about? Did you ever confront him about that?
Oh, yeah, that was me screaming in the phone to him. That was literally, people started sending me messages and I was like, what? And I had him blocked at the time. So I think at some point I called him and he picked up and I was just like, what were you thinking? So he went on a podcast and took it all back and then some and hyped me up. But I'm like, you can't take that back. It lives in infamy, you know?
Did he ever
It's written in
explain?
ink.
I mean, you could take it back and say I shouldn't have said that, I was wrong, but I would want to know, like, what was he thinking in the moment?
Yeah, that doesn't get the acoustic. That doesn't get the reverb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
doesn't
it
get
doesn't.
the ripple has.
Because I didn't know he
gone-
went on that podcast.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
Never
saying.
heard of that podcast.
Do you think he would have done that if you hadn't have called him?
No,
But did he ever say why? Well, like, what was his explanation?
I think he just feels unappreciated. It's still to this
From
day.
you
I feel
or
like
like by the world?
both. But at that moment, from me, and I don't doubt that he actually believed all of that.
You think he still kind of believes it?
Kind of, yeah. And that
And his
makes
version in his head is
Mhm.
Heather only pitched you as a potential cast member because she knew you were dating me and I'm Jared Osmond.
No, I got the job without the Jared at all.
I don't know.
but-
I'm just what's his version? I'm
But-
just like
right,
when he
right,
said you
right.
said he believes
But
that.
his version might actually, I mean, I have to give him credit where credit is due. And my daughters stopped, they refused to film with me at that point because of the Bronwyn friend of it all. Did you guys hear about that?
No.
That's another subject. So my daughter, I had nothing going on. I was grieving my mom, absolutely devastated, like torn over the Jared and fighting all these lawsuits. I was in a really bad place. And sort of that's one thing that Jared is really good at that I appreciate endlessly is that he can pick up the pieces for me. He's a really good best friend. He does make an incredible best friend. For
But
instance,
does he keep the pieces together, or is he the one who breaks the pieces?
well, it depends on what pieces. You know,
He
the
picks
pieces
up
that he's
some
putting
other
depends
pieces other
on
people break, but he does his
Yeah,
own
he does
breaking.
his own
breaking.
But
Gotcha.
for
Depends
instance,
on what
you
the
were
definition
saying,
of is.
Gotcha.
Okay, Bill.
So yeah. So anyway, he like for instance, I was talking to him on the way to the gate yesterday, and I showed up to the gate and I was like, I think I'm missing my flight. I think I gotta go. I'm missing my flight. So naturally, this is a total tangent. Naturally, I think that banging on the door is going to make a difference. You know, they've closed the door, so I'm banging on the door. What about me? Looking out the window. Hi. Anyway, Jared, I go over to the Delta Center, and they're like, "Sorry, there's one flight that gets you in tonight, and it's $800." The whole same day change thing didn't work, and Jared gets on the Diamond line because he's a million miler flyer, whatever. And they change it immediately just for me. And he's like, yeah, my girlfriend. He calls me his girlfriend sometimes. But so, I mean, he really,
that is a very nice gesture.
It is. I know, I'm telling you.
That's nice.
that's the kind of stuff he does.
He did not have
did
to
not
do
have
that.
to.
He
That was
doesn't have to
selfless.
do any of the things he does. He helps my daughters. He let her film in his car, stepping on his Mercedes back seat, holding a camera like a music video my daughter was filming. I mean, he's very kind and generous. And that's the part that he doesn't get known for. He's not known for that, but he needs to be because he's extremely kind. And that's why we're still friends.
Thanks
Makes
for
up
telling
for
that
it.
story
Yeah.
because I think everyone deserves to, you know.
And there's hundreds more.
Yeah.
Like I have 100 in the vault. I could talk for hours about how many things that he's done for me like that. So back to your question.
Yeah.
Is any of that true? I think that's what you guys said. In his mind, and to give him credit, I would say that he was an integral part of me being relevant on this show. Does that make sense?
No,
So
it doesn't.
You don't think?
From my perspective, I'm a fan of you. I'm a
Yeah.
fan of you because like
Thank
you say
you.
some silly things and you're a goofball and
True. That is true.
and you're funny, whether you know it or not. And sometimes we laugh with you and sometimes we laugh at you, but
Fair.
you're
Totally
interesting. And like I
That's kind.
laugh when you're on my TV screen. And I'm not trying to be a dick to Jared, but like he's kind of a punchline being the famous cousin or whatever the fuck it is from
Son.
a fame.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But still.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
it's kinda
I know.
like for me, I would want to make my own path. And it's kind of a bit of
Yeah.
an eye roll when you're like famous for being related to someone who's famous.
Yeah.
And kind of the perception people have or I have with him, I don't know, true.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not fair, is that he's this kind of like, again, an incredibly good looking guy.
He's a babe.
But he's really milked his height, his face, and his last name. and like that's not something that most people are like inspired by, and it kind of presents as a little douchey. And so is it an interesting storyline you have? Sure.
Yeah.
But if you and Jared are really done, and let's say next season or the remaining parts of this season, you take us on a date with you, I'm locked in and I don't care what
All
his last
right.
name is.
All right.
Mhm.
That would actually be interesting.
know?
We are done. We're done. But we're still friends and we still talk all the time.
Okay.
And then I block him on occasion. Like he's
Like
blocked,
you're done,
he's
done.
blocked
Like, you
right
know,
now.
swear on the Bible.
No. Well,
No.
yeah. Do you know how many
She's-
times I've sworn on the Bible done?
I don't care.
You don't know. So I'll tell
I
you.
don't
Like
care.
100.
Yeah.
So let's
So
be
what
real.
is the like power that he has over you
I
where
have
he's able
no freaking.
Are you digmatized?
Are you dickmatized?
Well, no, I can't say that. My children are gonna watch. My family's watching this probably. Okay. So this is how I feel. In fact, I had a really good cry about it yesterday. Even though like having my babies all is right with the world, there's still a part of you that longs for that companionship.
Yeah.
You know, we're hardwired that way. We can't help it. It's biology. So have you seen that So You Think You Can Dance? Gravity Dance by Mia Michaels, and it was like 2009. It was like forever ago. That's how I feel. It makes my eyes sting with tears just thinking about it.
Usually people who have these types of relationships, it's often their first love. When you get your heart broken, you're just like, I'll never get over this. And from your perspective, it's incredibly true because you've never gotten over heartbreak before.
Right.
Without talking shit about Jared. Clearly he has good qualities. But why have you been unable to, and I know you say you're done, but you recognize that like,
Right. Ask me tomorrow.
you know, why at this stage in your life, having been what you've been through, why haven't you been able to get to that point, to have that self-awareness, everything you've experienced leading up to this point to say, I'm aware of the good. I know the good that Jared brings, but the bad will never change. And this is who this man is.
That's the question of all questions. That's the golden question. If I knew the answer to that, I would be
But what if the answer is just
Jared
like
free.
you have to just you have to just do it. You have to like, I don't know, like
easier said than done. So picture yourself
I'm-
sleeping and you think that you're okay, everything's blocked, and there's a tap on your window. Do you open the window? Do you not open the window?
you don't
have-
open the window.
I have always, to this point, though, opened the window, and I don't know why. Literally and figuratively. I don't, that's why this video resonates with me, because I don't understand that part of me.
Well, you need to stop with those videos because the videos are just
Are they reinforcing?
Well, I would imagine there's a party that's a bit of a hopeless romantic.
Yeah, definitely.
And those videos tell a story of possibility and hope and excuse making.
I guess it's like he is good at showing up
Yeah.
when he wants to. But when he doesn't want to, does he still show up?
Yes and no. Like, he did not want to do this show with me. He didn't want to do it.
I don't know if I buy that.
Yeah.
I believe he told you that. I believe he acted out. And I believe he was difficult to work with. But
That's
no one put a gun to
hilarious.
his head.
How does he feel about the women? I mean, talking about him.
He is, yeah, that's the hardest part for him.
Does he take that out of-
horrible. Oh,
does-
he takes everything to heart. Like, I'm able to sort of just let it like roll right off. And like, I mean, Bronwyn says she doesn't want to sleep in a sleeping bag next to me. I'm like, ha, that was actually kind of clever and funny. He, on the other hand, he takes everything personally, is very, very sensitive.
Does he take it out on you when he watches the
No.
episodes?
I just get to hear about it a lot.
Yeah.
He's very, very kind to me. I just hear how much he hates it. Like, for instance, you know, like he's so hurt by the fact that Mary said that he was sliding into her DMs
Mhm.
and that she sort of reinforced that story as if it was something salacious, and like, when really, I mean, I was sitting next to him when he was texting her, like, oh, you did such a great job. You know, you're such a woman of God. And I felt the spirit. You know, it was something like, it wasn't like, hey, baby. But yet, he's just really, really hurt by that. And I'm like, dude, chill out. It's just a show. It's just chill. But he doesn't have the ability to do that.
Well, he
Yet.
does. He unfortunately
Yet.
gives them ammunition
I
because he
know.
can't. You know, it's the
He can't control himself.
he can. You both can. You just choose not to.
And I don't know why. I really don't know yet.
You don't want to. I mean, at some point, you just like
I
have
do
to.
want to. I do want to. That's.
Maybe.
I do want to.
Should we get into the season?
Can you tell the Bronwyn thing? You said,
Yes.
"Oh, what is that?" Can you what? for
Oh,
my-
in episode 1, Bronwyn was just saying in confessional that, you know, like, I don't know, the worst part about it is sleeping in a sleeping bag next to me or something like that.
No, the friend
is
of
funny.
thing that you're talking.
Oh, the daughters thing.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah, that was dicey. I mean, my daughters, we were already touch and go at that point, but one of them had agreed to film and like put our relationship out there. And we proceeded to film together and come together. And the next thing I know, like, I'm ghosted out of nowhere. Well, I didn't know why. Fast forward 3.5 months later, and we're done filming. It's during the summer, and neither one will talk to me. My sister had the opportunity to sit my older daughter down and say, why will you not talk to your mom? And if you don't tell me, just tell her, talk to her. And the next thing I know, I'm getting a text from my older daughter and wanting to talk, and the floodgates open, and it's been great ever since. And since then, I've learned that supposedly, again, Bronwyn and I are kind of buddies, so I'm trying to tread lightly. I don't want to, but this is a story that got brought up at the reunion, so I'll just retell it. That I guess my daughter's nanny for Bronwyn's two best friends, who are sisters. And supposedly, Bronwyn told them that told my daughters, your mom is saying really crappy, horrible things about you on the show, and I wouldn't go anywhere near. And so that's why they ghosted me. Yeah, and they told me this independent. They told me both their versions of the same exact story, but supposedly they listed all these things that supposedly Bronwyn had told her Bronwyn's friends, got to my daughters, they ghosted me. I mean,
Have you confronted Bronwyn about that?
not since the reunion. I just kind of let it go because she denied it all, and it just kind of fell flat. I like to
So
bounce.
is she calling your daughters liars?
I don't know. That's a good question. Well, yeah, I don't know if I can say this. She basically said it was a miscommunication between her and the friends.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, who I maybe we'll never know. But that's what caused them to ghost me. Now, like, Bronwyn got all butthurt at the reunion saying, oh, what, you're blaming me for your daughters? No, I'm like, no, I'm blaming you for the 3 months that neither of them would talk to me. The rest is on me, but
yeah.
you know, and that was when I was stalking at the time.
Mhm.
I was literally so confused and hurt that I was like showing up to my daughter's work. She nannies. And I was like knocking on the door and no one answered. So I went in and like looked around, found her hiding up in a bedroom upstairs with her nanny children. I mean, I was desperate. I mean, I'm, mom first. I turned into crazy mom.
You did
So
what you had to do.
Who of your cast do you find to be the same on camera as off camera?
Ooh.
Or how would you rate them?
That is such a good question. Mary. Mary's the same. She doesn't like you on camera. She doesn't like you off camera. And luckily, I think she's starting to like me off camera.
Mm.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Just a wee bit. Her comments about me are getting a little less caustic.
And
Lately.
is she someone who you like? You can't help but want her to like you.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, who doesn't want the Mary Cosby stamp of approval,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
You know, it's
I
so
do.
hard to get. You know, it's so hard to come by that you're just like, yeah, that's the golden ticket. I want the golden ticket. Angie's very, very different off camera. She's the most different off camera.
Different how?
Different, and she's so nice off camera. And Heather, Whitney, same. They're the same off and on. They're just kind souls on and off. They are who they are. Who else is there?
Lisa
Lisa.
Meredith.
Bronwyn, let's go. Let's skip that. I'm skipping right over them. The Twin Towers. Bronwyn is just so witty. She's so quick. Her brain, her synapses fire so quickly. So I just have to respect her sharp wit. And I don't take anything she says personally. Really.
To me, that's a sign of maturity and strength and self-awareness.
Thank you. Wow.
I mean, yeah.
That's kind.
When you're an adult and you just let every little personal jab, especially if you're
Ruin
a
your
public
day.
figure.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think there's a level of, that's why I'm often critical of Lisa,
Mm.
where it's just like, like pick, are you going to
Mhm.
be messy and problematic
Yeah.
and not self-aware? It's like,
And perfect.
and yeah, while you're also perfect. It's just a little
Yeah, don't
exhausting.
get me started. I probably need to bite my tongue at this point, bro.
Well, we'd rather you not.
You know what I
mean? But yeah, I mean, you've been friends with Lisa. This,
Really, really, really good friends.
you
Close.
You had
were,
her back?
season
You've
one,
defended her?
episode
I
one,
did.
rather, when you were
I was fiery.
You put that stake in the ground and
I
said, I
did.
am Lisa's
Yep.
mouthpiece when she's not here.
I did. I took on that mantle and then I got on the D list.
You got on the D list.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Is that easy to do for Lisa? Like,
no,
does
I
she-
think Lisa has a really tender heart. Like from what I know of Lisa, she can be wounded quite easily.
That's not surprising.
I mean, she really does have a tender heart underneath it. And
but it's just more like, to me, it's just like, yeah, I guess, and that's where my criticism of Jared comes in, where it's just like, of anyone, I mean, unless you're a bad person or
Yeah.
like a real narcissist, and I don't think, we all have narcissistic qualities, but like
sure,
a
yeah.
real, like,
Fair.
unless you're that person,
Yeah.
everyone's nice when their emotional needs are being met and they're being attended to,
It's a good
and
point.
they're the center of attention, or their expectations are being met by
Right,
person.
right.
That's like literally the bare minimum. It's like,
Right.
how do people show up for you when they're not having a good day?
Right.
When
I've always said that.
and when they are still frustrated at
Yeah.
you, but see the bigger picture and
Yep.
and show up for you when there's
Mm-hmm.
nothing in it for them other than saying, "What do you need? I'm here."
Well said. Well
Lisa
said.
doesn't strike me as that person, and Lisa strikes me, and again, just her character. Never met her in person.
Oh, I was going to ask. Okay.
Yeah,
no.
This is all based off of what we've seen on our
solely
television.
TV. So totally we-
Okay.
might
You
be
can tell us
wrong.
if we're wrong. Yeah.
But it's.
Starting to squirm.
She seems like she, uses
Developing a
people.
tick.
And she's, I think she's very smart and
Yeah.
very calculated, and she knows how to lure you in. And she makes it kind of very clear that if if you're loyal to me and you do kind of what I
You
say,
can kiss the ring.
I will have your back ish. And if you're,
You're
Yeah.
not. Oh gosh, I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this. You're not totally far off,
okay. All right.
and that's all I can say about
enough.
that.
All right.
But
I
we
respect
go on
your
a
self-preservation.
we go on a journey that surprised me really and hurt a lot.
So as you stand today, you're a little hurt by where you
Yes.
think stand.
Very
is.
hurt. Hmm Because I loved her. I loved her like a sister. Like I really did.
Is there any part of you that not scared of Lisa in a sense of like,
Scared of Lisa. That's fair.
are you scared of Lisa?
I used to be.
Because do you think like she's retaliatory? Like,
Well,
she has been known to, if you know.
I don't have anything you could retaliate with because everything about me is already out there.
Mhm.
Every skeleton I've
She's also been known to make things up.
True. I mean, and
Or
I guess
it's more
in that
it's
sense I should be scared
Bravo
about.
is famous for its rumors and its bloggers spreading rumors.
It's true.
And rumors have often been weaponized by many housewives and people in the Bravo sphere.
Sure.
And Lisa is someone who seems to have a reputation of using those rumors and then putting them out there.
I mean,
and-
we just watched with Soup Man with
Right.
Angie, so we
True.
just
Well,
watched
I
it.
might have a suit man or two coming.
like under
So I
the under
can't
the
really-
guise of like, well, all
Yeah.
I'm doing is talking about a rumor. I'm here,
Right.
even I'm here to protect you. I mean, we didn't mention the episode, but we were just watching last week the reunion for Miami Housewives,
Mm-hmm.
and I forgot who it was. Was it Marisol?
Marisol.
And Stephanie was like, after reflecting on our relationship, you have sent me all these bad articles and all this like shit talking about me. And as from personal experience in the world that I used to be in, that you operate in now, to
Yeah.
me, I think that is a very sophisticated, emotional, abusive tactic because of the
Yeah.
world and how much fear we have with our fans. And so for someone to
Right.
let you know, here's what nobody you should care about is saying about you. And
Right.
someone in
Yeah,
that
that's
world, like
true.
Marisol, for example, I know she knows better. I know
Yeah,
she
yeah,
knows
yeah.
what it's, because like she knows what it's like to be a housewife, and she
Right.
knows, and anyone on reality TV, I know from personal experience, you do not want people sending you your bad press.
Right.
It's things like that, so it's just like,
I mean, I think that there may or may not have been some retaliation that already happened in real time as we were filming that I can't really speak to because it involves a lawsuit of my own that I think splatted out there right when we started to get a little dicey in front of the camera. So I think that's all I can say.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, like everything about me that is at all salacious or interesting is already out there, although I am kind of worried about rumors. But really, should I be? I don't know.
well, I guess without spoiling any rumors that might come out,
Mhm.
are any of the rumors that may be talked about true?
I don't really know. I don't really know what people are saying about me right
Okay.
now, which is
Smart.
a beautiful thing.
Beautiful.
But you can try me.
Well, I don't
Oh,
know.
we don't know any either.
We don't platform rumors.
We don't-
And
Oh, okay.
we don't discuss
I-
rumors. But you imply that like maybe later this season, like someone like, let's say Lisa might say, "I've heard this about you." and
Yeah.
blah blah blah. And is there anything that that will be aired
No,
that's a rumor? Okay.
I don't think so.
All right.
I think it, like I said, it happened. Yeah, I'm not sure what the timeline is, but no, I don't think so. And if it is, it's not. It's behind my back. I'm not aware, unless I forgot, and that's very Britney-ish. That's Britney-esque, is to be like, oh yeah, that did happen, didn't it? Oh wait, what time was my flight again?
The recording of the other women.
Yes.
Like
What happened?
I took it as you were doing this shit and you just didn't realize it would trigger them so much.
Yes.
And, okay.
Yes.
It wasn't like, because you kind of in the moment were trying to excuse your way out of it.
And I said this at the reunion, so I feel like I can speak to this because I've already said this. People are like, you had 500 excuses. I'm like, yeah, because all 500 of them were true. Like you can have multiple things going on in your own head that all equal the same thing and they're not mutually exclusive. You can have, I was sending a message to my daughter. I did think it wasn't a good idea to actually do it on the platform what it actually sent. So I did put it on my camera instead and decide to save it maybe for later. I did have to flip the camera around because when you first press it, it was facing forward. So all of those things are true, but the way that it looked to everybody, it looked like I was just guilty. Although,
But I mean, you were guilty though, right?
well, of what? Sending a video?
Not even send. I don't know. Maybe
didn't
you're
even
just
send
like,
it.
I don't know. This is like crazy hot
like, these
shit, and like we
bitches
live in a
won't
world
shut
where like
up.
if people are arguing and
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know,
Well, so this is literally what happened. And you can see on the episode that I've got the camera facing forward. Like if you pause, you can see my face in my phone. I mean, I hope this is okay to say. I hope I'm not dispelling some kind of something or other that is going to
personally,
be bad. But
I think it's funny and I don't care. But it's like
this is literally what was going on in my head. Olivia just got 100% on a math test. I said, oh my gosh, that's great. Congratulations, baby. I'm so proud of you. Any communication from her at this point was a gem. In fact, I told you I stalked her to just get her to talk to me. I found her in a room upstairs, hiding from me. So I'll take anything I can get. At the same time, I thought, oh, I'm going to show her where I'm at. And knowing that there's this crazy argument going on behind me, and I didn't have anything to do with the argument. I didn't even know what they were talking about, thankfully. I'm like, finally a moment off. I'm just going to, la la la, look at where I am. Look at these crazy bitches fighting. I don't know. I don't care. Next thing I know, like that was all it took. And at first I was in such shock that you can see it on my face. I was just like, no, I'm sending a message to my daughter. Like, leave me alone. I'm thinking that would dispel everything and it would go away. And it just built. It was like a snowball. It just kept rolling and rolling and gathering and gathering. And next thing I knew, I was hyperventilating outside.
Who of your peers has the scariest reaction in the moment? Mary,
joking,
Meredith,
right?
or Lisa?
Oh, Meredith.
Okay.
Scary. I mean, that shocked me. Like, I don't know if you can hear me saying this or not, but I turned around to Meredith because that very morning I was bringing her a latte. We were friends. I mean, I thought we were friends. Yes, she'd only called me twice, but I thought we were friends.
You didn't say you're best friends?
Yeah, I didn't say best friends. So then, like a couple hours later, she's calling me Viall and saying, you need to leave and I've had enough of you. And I turned around to her and I said, Meredith, I said, you need to stop. This is irreparable. What you're saying, we can't come back from this. And she just kept going. And I was just like, okay, here we go. And that really changed everything for us. That was the dividing. I feel like I will never put myself close like that again.
Who are you closest with these days in that group?
I mean, obviously Heather. I talk to Heather all the time. She's my girl. Whitney is too. Like, we're all really close. Angie, I love in person, but ironically, I talk the most to Bronwyn. Isn't that interesting?
I mean, we love her.
I literally talk to her
she
every
seems the
couple
most
weeks.
real.
She's great. Like I said,
Pretty upfront
she
too.
has a lot of layers and she's very quick-witted.
Whose style do you hate the most?
Hate the most? Oh, okay. Who do I have to choose from?
All of them.
I love Bronwyn's style. That's the irony of the red coat. In fact, I almost brought it and almost walked in it. Would not have been funny.
That would have been funny.
So, I bought one off
You
of Temu.
did?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, Temu. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
damn.
I know.
I thought it was only. I thought
I bought two,
only
in
her and
fact.
Rihanna had it.
Right. There are only 3 in the world. No, I love Bronwyn's style. I like everyone's style. I would say probably Whitney and I have different style.
Okay.
But I wouldn't shade on anybody's style. Everyone dresses. I think that's great about Salt Lake, don't you think? Like, it's a fashion. It's a fashion show every week.
Yeah.
And I've had to step up my game. Like,
I bet.
Have you noticed? I've had a little bit of a glow up.
I mean, I never
since the
thought you were
first
glowed down.
episode. Oh, well, from the German Shepherd coat that was 150.
But
150
you
years
clearly
old.
feel the pressure.
I mean, I'm a t-shirt and jeans kind of girl. Like, when I get home, I just want to take off these clothes and just like get in sweats and put my hair in a pony and like, tennis shoes. Like,
What did you think of Lisa's interview moment where she only had one smoky eye?
oh God, that was so painful. I was like, what went wrong? And who did not tell her? Who was the
Literally.
one that made that call? Glam, no, you're not allowed in. Nope, not yet, not
Yeah.
yet. Who was?
I imagine if that's how it works, if it was the producers and, that's kind of their...
I don't know who let her take the fall for that, but it was got people talking. I mean, you have to.
From what you know, that wasn't in any way staged or Lisa being a good sport.
Oh no,
Do you think Lisa's ever capable of laughing
at herself? No.
Yeah. Okay.
100% no. But she did a really good job of like not throwing her glam team under the bus.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
classy. Clearly, there would have been some tears, and clearly one had cried off. You know what I mean? That's what I think happened. That's my deconstruction of it all.
You're probably not allowed to answer this, but if you are asked back, you're fully committed to another season?
Yes.
Okay.
They're stuck with me.
Has
If
Shed
they don't
Me-
ask me back, I'm just going to
Okay,
show up
we'll
and just
love
be
that.
like, what about me?
Has Shed Media, right? It's Shed, they
Yeah.
produce it. Have they discussed with you about your willingness to date on camera? And I other than that, maybe it's just difficult to find random guys that you also are interested to, like, you know, show up and sign a contract and be on camera. But would you be willing to date?
You're joking, right?
I don't know why
Yeah.
we don't see more, because there's
Yes.
like, you know, housewives used to be
100%
always like
yes.
wives,
Right.
and now we're seeing more single women. Great,
Yes.
love that. But like, I want to see the dating. I want to see them
Oh,
putting themselves out there.
100%.
I want, you know,
1000% yes.
have you pitched that?
100 times yes. Yes, please. Will
Okay.
you please
Shed.
let me go on a date? No,
Mhm.
this is I love this question because I am putting it out into the universe. I want to be a bachelorette.
The Bachelorette?
Yes, I want to be the bachelorette at some point. I think that would be so fun.
Yeah.
It's my dating style anyway. Next. Yes. No. Yes. It would be
How old are-
golden.
Am I allowed to ask?
I would
don't
be mid golden. I don't know. 50s. I think you have to be 60s, and then
know. No,
to
they
be-
do late 50s.
do they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Oh well, perfect.
You might be too young to be the lead. You're definitely
That's
too young
okay.
to be the lead. Give it a few years.
I want to look up. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna look up.
I think that'd be so fun.
I am curious, like your background in singing and performing. There's some
Yes.
clips that have resurfaced, but I don't know that the internet even knows like what your background actually is.
Well, I went to BYU, and I was trying to decide between a science degree of some sort, like engineering or something, or musical theater. And since I grew up singing and dancing as a family, I ended up doing that. I auditioned for the major. It's a triple major. It's really hard to get into, and they accepted. And so I just ended up doing that instead of science. And so I have a music degree, music dance degree, a theater degree, and then I did Disney World, first job out of school.
What did
I
you do
played
with Disney World?
Ariel and Belle.
Did you?
Mhm. It was so fun. It was such
Wow.
a dreamy, like, first job.
You were a princess at Disney.
Yeah, but in the shows, like not shaking hands. I was
Right.
like,
She's performing.
there goes
No,
the
yeah,
baker
yeah.
with this train. Yeah. So that was my job, and then I loved it. And then I did a whole bunch of theater, like Robert Redford's theater. I played opposite Christopher Lloyd, if you know who that is, like
Mm.
from Back to the
I
Future.
do. That's
I played
incredible.
Nancy, he played Oliver, and I did a whole bunch of stuff that was equity. And then I did the second national Broadway tour of Miss Saigon. That was the pinnacle. And then I switched to movies and TV right after that because I started having kids. So that's pretty much my theater background. I haven't done theater for 20 years, really. But now I am.
You're
I'm
doing your
my
one
own
woman show, right?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
What about
It's
me?
so fun. It's so fun. I love everything about it. I love the rehearsal process. I love like working through kinks. I love staging. I love
Is that out already, or are
it's
we-
No.
December 5th and 6th.
where's that going
But
to be?
tickets are for sale right now.
Where can people get tickets?
They can go to my Instagram and
Okay.
click the link. But please, yes, that's why I'm here. That's why I was making a TikTok to make that announcement. In fact,
Yay.
without further ado, ding, 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 ding. I have an announcement.
Give it
I have
to
a
us.
one-woman show,
Yay.
and tickets are on Instagram. You can click the link.
First day is
Yay.
sold out, right?
Yeah, well, the first night is sold out. Yeah, so we
And
opened a
wh-
second
where
night.
is it? Where is
It's
it?
at 54 Below, which is a theater in the Broadway district. Oh, New York.
New York.
I'm
okay.
so sorry.
oh
I
my
have
God,
a
that's
New
incredible.
York show. I have a
That's
show
crazy.
That's
in
incredible.
New York.
Wow, yeah.
I know. I'm so
Good
excited.
for you. That's
We should try to
amazing.
go.
We should try to
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
That would be amazing.
We would
Will
love
you
to come.
please?
Absolutely.
Okay, I will put aside 2 tickets.
We will be happy to pay for them.
You're
support
so
you.
cute. You're so cute.
We would love
Thank
to.
you.
I have another question.
Did that answer your question?
It did. Because I
Thank you
love
for reminding me because I really needed to plug
Yes.
that. That's why I'm here. Okay.
Absolutely.
the other question I had was, where do you draw the line with talking about like sex and dating and drinking on the show? Because I feel like that's a common like
Yeah.
tension point for you.
Such a good question. Wow, that's a good question. It's only a tension point if people think it's a tension point. Like I think that I don't have any problem with it, and I've been very, very open. And you can't be a hypocrite if you're being open.
Yeah.
Hypocrisy is saying one thing and doing the opposite, I'm doing exactly what I'm saying. I'm living my beliefs exactly as I want to. I lead the music in church. I sing in church. I sang last week in church. I gave a talk in church like 3 weeks ago. You know, I say what I mean and I mean what I say. And there's no tension unless it's made. Unless it's
So when
self-made.
Angie brought the wine to your party,
Mhm.
knowing that you do socially drink,
Yeah.
why did that hurt you so bad?
It didn't really hurt me. It just irked me. And it was just like a side comment. Like I just felt it was a little shady because she told me that she grew up as Mormon as anyone. And I'm sorry, is there a person on the planet that doesn't know that Mormons don't drink? No. And yet she tried to act all innocent, like, oh, I didn't know. I know that you drink. You don't bring, it'd be like bringing a slab of bacon to Meredith's bat mitzvah and saying, here's a present. Okay, yes, they eat bacon. But would I bring that as a gift and openly give her a pound of, ham? No, I wouldn't. It's the same exact principle. It's just a shady thing to do.
Yeah, it's like things are annoying when you know they're trying
Yeah.
to.
Yeah,
Just
get
to
under your skin.
stir up. Yeah.
I was more thinking that question too, because in the first episode, you wouldn't say the word dick, I think. So people noticed that.
Yeah, I did eventually say it though. Did you notice? I'm like, I still want an apology
For that dick sucking joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an amazing, iconic line. Brittany, this has been so much fun.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys are the best.
It was a pleasure getting to know
I
you.
can't wait
Thank
to
you.
meet River someday. I
Thank
hope I
you
get
for
to meet
coming
her.
on. Please get those tickets, people, for your listening. Go to Brittany's Instagram. If you're willing, if you want to send us on our way out by just maybe singing us a song
Oh my
of
gosh.
any kind. Maybe it's a something from your one woman show. Maybe it's one of your favorite Disney
my
shows. But if you
gosh.
want to grace our audience with your voice,
That's
I'll listen.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ill prepared. So just let's give this a shot. What shall we do? Okay. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call it? Oh, feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far.
Legs.
Are required for jumping, dancing. There you go.
Beautiful, honey.
Strolling along down the, what's that word again? Street. Oh,
wow.
up where they walk,
Can
up
you sing
where
River
they
to
run.
Sleep?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Thanks, you guys.
Oh my gosh, this was such a pleasure. Thank you so much
Seriously,
for coming.
The pleasure is mine. Please have me back. I would love
Please
to hang out with you
Anytime you
guys.
want.
Anytime you're in LA, let us know.
We'll see you tomorrow, guys.
You're crazy.
Hey guys, if you loved what you listened to, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.